Dear viewers, Dear viewers, you are welcome to Mark Ndama Academy. This is your favorite Mr. Mark, a citizenship teacher and a seasoned examiner in 0562, that is citizenship. Last lesson we were discussing on the concept of right, and we are going to continue today with the concept of obligation or duty of a citizen. So, just like we did last time with the concept of right, we are going to see what obligation is. That is the objective of our today class, is to know what obligation is, what duty is, and the duties of Cameroon citizens. Remember, we are focused here in section A, and which is Cameroon. And as such, we are not discussing the general duties of members or the human being. We are discussing the duties of Cameroonians, that is, as those who belong in Cameroon. Good. So, starting with the first objective here is for us to know what an obligation is. What is a duty? A duty is a moral responsibility or an expectation from a person. That is, take note, what is the duty or the act? What are the duties of Cameroon citizens? You have to first start by telling us that a duty is a moral responsibility or an expectation from a person. And people, that's why I place a tick. And that's why most examiners will place their tick. If you have another definition, good. But note that it is a moral responsibility or an expectation. What is the difference between an expectation and an obligation? Now, I move to obligation. What is obligation? This is what a person is compelled. I say compelled. I don't say should compel. Compelled, that is you are forced, in bracket, forced to do for the progress of your community. Now, I want to say progress of your community because even back home in your family, you have obligations. So that you are not doing for the growth of the entire nation, we are doing that for the growth of your family. So I limit myself there. So the obligation or what you are compelled to do is for the importance of the area, the immediate society where you find yourself. Take for instance obligations of Cameroon citizens. That's what Cameroonians are expected to do for the progress of the nation. So after giving us the difference between a duty and an obligation, in duty it is an expectation, but in obligation you are compelled, you are forced, whether you like it or not. Now let's go back home and look at the rights, and let's look at obligations at home, and let's look at a duty. Now, as a child in the morning when you get up, you have an obligation to assist your parents in house chores. That is an expectation from you. You are expected to do that. You are not compelled. Now, we move to obligation. What is a child forced to do back at home? Whether you like it or not. Some parents will tell you that you must open your book to read or to study. It is an obligation. It's not begging you. So in duty we can say what a person is expected to do based on what? Your morals. What you are encouraged to do. In obligation, you are not encouraged, you must do it. So I think with that we have given the difference between a duty and obligation. Now moving to the whether duties or obligations of Cameroonians, we are going to start with patriotism. What do we call patriotism? This is the undeniable love and readiness to defend your country. Every Cameroonian has an obligation or a duty to love Cameroon and to ensure that the country is defended. Don't be that type of a person that you leave Cameroon and you go to maybe an international competition and they ask you, what can you say about your country? Say the most corrupt country in the world is Cameroon, a bad citizen. You are supposed to defend your country. You are expected to say something good concerning your country. That is defending it. That is being a patriotic citizen. That is patriotism. We have protect state property. because he's saving us there. There is a day he will leave. So it is you and I, an obligation for you and I to ensure that these properties are safeguarded. They are protected, they are safe. So it is an obligation of every citizen to ensure the safety of properties which belong to the state, public properties. So take note of that. That's what a student is expected to place there. We have an obligation to vote. This is a civic obligation. Now, yeah, you will not say every citizen has an obligation to vote. You have gone off because a child of 5 years cannot vote. So what do you say here? Every eligible citizen has an obligation to participate in selecting state leaders. Just like we have this obligation to pay tax, payment of tax. Every eligible citizen has the right to share the state burden. Now, how do you share the state burden? By contributing towards what? Payment of tax. That is an obligation of a Cameroon citizen. We have an obligation to collaborate with law enforcement officers. When we talk of collaborating with law enforcement officers, they don't have eyes everywhere. They are not found everywhere. It is your obligation to always hit them to prevent the occurrence of crimes in the society, because while doing that, you are doing for your own safety. Today might be the day for that person, and tomorrow will be your own day. So what are you supposed to do? To act, you have to apply a preventive measure. And what is a preventive measure? To eliminate what is happening today so that tomorrow it will not focus towards you. That is what we mean thereby. Enforcing, that is to collaborate, give them useful information in order to prevent the occurrence of crimes or evil in the society. We have an obligation. We have an obligation to participate in community work. Every human being, every citizen of Cameroon is expected to participate in keeping the environment clean. That is ensuring hygiene and sanitation. It baffles me that at times, for instance, in the economic capital of Cameroon, Thursday, for instance, in Bonabere, which is declared as a clean-up day, some people will sleep at around 12, they will now get up and maybe they open their shops after the cleaning period is over. You are not fulfilling your obligations as a Cameroon citizen, because you are expected to keep the environment safe. Not for the government, but for your own safety. For if the environment is not clean, you are not equally safe. So, my people, that is an important obligation of a Cameroon citizen, or a duty of a Cameroon citizen. We have other duties of Cameroon citizens which you can lay your hands on and ensure you follow the same format of what we have done today. I take it over. We have an obligation and we have a duty. An obligation is what you are compelled to do, and a duty is what you are expected to do without being forced. An expectation from you, a moral responsibility. And Mr. Riley put some of them, which is all towards the progress of the society. Remember, you have rights, and these rights are equally attached with responsibilities. And your responsibility is what defines you as an active citizen. Remember our previous lessons, I made mention of 3 types of citizens. We have active citizen, we have passive citizen, and passive citizen. These citizens are not seen on somebody's face. It's based on your responsiveness towards the state. It's based on your actions towards the state. If you are that type that carry out activities to progress the nation, you are a good citizen, you are an active citizen. If you are that type that you depend on the progress, that is, you fold your arms and you do nothing for the growth of the country, but wait at the end of it for you to come and enjoy with others, you are an inactive citizen. That's passive. And if you are that type which has equally engaged his or herself in activities, but instead destructive activities, you are a bad citizen, meaning you have failed to carry out your obligation. So, my people, with this, I'm sure we have completely exhausted our concepts of rights and the concept of obligation. So, in our subsequent lessons, we are going to be looking at the next topic which will be they should